everybody, it's Kate with my very first edition of Storytime. And I'm going to start with my most favorite children's book of all time, and it's called The Mischievans by William Joyce. Ready? Things were disappearing in our house every day, like a lot. The scissors, the car keys, the TV remote, one sock. Homework that we had actually done. Our parents think it's us. Please, if you get this message, help us. Suddenly, we were sucked down a tube into a most interesting laboratory. "I am Dr. Zuper," said a fellow who looked very Zuper-ish. "The problems you mention in your note are caused by a rare and pesky creature called a mischievan." Dr. Zuper then pointed to a lively volume that stood before us. "All the questions that you have will be answered in this book." And so we begin. Okay, Dr. Zuper, here's a biggie. Sometimes I've done my homework, but the next morning I can't find it. Sometimes I get to school, and then I can't find it. And sometimes I get to school, I turned it in, but then my teacher can't find it. Sometimes I get your drift. Your homework was not eaten by a dog or your little brother, or taken by aliens. Well, probably not any of the aliens I've studied. Anyway, your homework was stolen by a mischievan called a homework eater. Why does it eat homework? Oddly enough, homework eaters aren't trying to be mischievous. You see, every homework eater begins his life by being extremely dumb. But they love knowledge. They eat it up, literally. The more they eat, the smarter they become. Well, how did homework eaters eat homework in olden times? I love that question. In the 1700s, they were called ye eaters of homestead studies. Wisdom munchers would, of course, eat the clay tablet assignment of ancient Babylonian boys and girls. The crunch rock swallow smarts of caveman times would eat homework that was actually chiseled in stone. Can homework eaters steal homework from computers? Superb question. Yes, that is their favorite new source of knowledge. Some homework eaters have evolved into file suckers, a completely new subspecies of homework eaters. Is it possible homework eaters could someday eat my homework and so much other knowledge that they will become super advanced, genius mischievans who will rule our world? Yes. I think that happened last Tuesday. Okay, Dr. Zuper. You know when you look in the mirror and you see a booger dangling out of your nose? And you know it's been there maybe all day and everybody has probably seen it? Did a mischievous do that? Yes! This mischievous duty is performed by danglers. A small group of danglers live in your nose. Their only job is to lure the nervous booger out of the nostril. Boogers are notoriously shy. Once out, boogers discover that they love to see and be seen. When the booger is visible, the danglers return to their hideout in your nose. Never be embarrassed by a booger that is dangling. A dangling booger is a happy booger. Do I have to leave the booger dangling? That is between you and your booger. Okay, Dr. Zuper. Are mischievous responsible for belly lint? Yes. Lint bellions are among the most harmless of all mischievous. They do not break things, spill things, hide things, or hurt things. They cause only minor embarrassment. I mean, let's face it, who doesn't sort of like a little belly button lint? I mean, really. So where do lint bellions come from? Amazing question. Lint bellions are not actually produced by your belly or your button. They are made of lint. And where does the lint come from? Mostly from socks. Have you ever noticed those little knobby balls that form on the heels of your socks? When a sock stalker, see chapter 11, steals a sock, he picks off all of the lint balls. The newly emancipated lint balls will then make the very long journey back to find the person whose socks they once clung to. They seek out the safest, warmest place they can find, that person's belly button. There they transform into lint bellions and live in happy solitude until discovered and their belly button home is cleaned out. But don't feel sorry for lint bellions. As you may have noticed, they always come back. All right, Dr. Zuper, I got another question. Where do blisters come from? That would be the work of a mischievous called a mistablista. Every shoe has several mistablistas living inside it. They usually hide in the toe area until you put on the shoe. They are rather smushy and usually give you no problem at all. However, when you've been wearing your shoes for a really long time, your feet get extremely hot and sweaty. Mistablistas love hot, sweaty feet. They become so happy that they swell with joy. Once swollen, they rub against your feet, which makes them even happier. The result? They are very happy, and you get a blister. But why do new shoes give you blisters after just a few minutes? Brilliant, brilliant question. When you get a new pair of shoes, you also get a troop of mistablistas. These newbies are so proud to be on their first mission that they swell with joy and pride, causing immediate and very painful blisters. Okay, Dr. Zuper, here's a question that could save my dad's sanity. Does a mischievous have anything to do with the missing TV remote? Yes, yes, yes. Fiendish creatures called remote toters are responsible for lost or misplaced remotes of all kinds. Televisions, stereos, gates, and garage doors. Remote toters are currently among the most feared of all mischievans and have been known to cause not only fathers but entire families to completely lose their minds. They move with blinding speed and have many eyes that alert them to any possibility of being caught. They can also change colors to match whatever they are running across as they hide the remote in the most irritating places. They are so mischievous, they have been known to move the remote several times during a mission, oftentimes returning it to a place they know everyone has looked, usually under the couch cushion, or, most irritatingly, the exact place it was last seen. That's all for story time today. We'll see you next time.